Dang. Call me so I can make it juicy for you.
Hello everybody, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Welcome to episode number 4 of our Unranked Masters series. Today we went 1-2, or 2-1 I think. We ended up losing one of these games up here, but we played all 3 games for Tiger. Unsure about the matchups here, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're going to go ahead and jump on in here. As with anything this series, the point of this series is I am not trying to essentially talk about how good I am or flex or anything. This is supposed to be an educational series. If you guys want to see me play at high elo or see Diamond 1 Plus content, I farm all type of content like that on my stream at twitch.tv/Willie. This is supposed to help people that maybe want to see how I climb to Masters, what my mindset is, and specifically carrying from a solo queue perspective is much different from just playing and playing Udyr, you know. Carry is a whole different mindset. So this game, let's go ahead and pause. We're jungling against Lilia. Lilia is one of my least favorite matchups. They also have a ton of crowd control. So Tiger Udyr in particular will be quite tricky, especially with a Yasuo and a Vayne, who don't have much frontline. Same with the Teemo. My job this game, I think grubs are probably better than dragons, and I have very, very weak bot side. But we're going to look to just do a Raptor start. Raptor start is my favorite start here. We're going to go ahead and just do a full clear. We see the Lilia here on our red buff if you missed that. So what I decided to do, let's just cross straight over and go for the Lilia Raptors. Dealing with cheese is something you got to do. Since it's Lilia's camps, I went ahead and did the red before the Krugs, and then we just took a free kill there, or we ended up just taking a free Rift Grubs. We ended up going top. Darius kills me here, which is really, really sad. From a jungle standpoint, whenever you die early game, if you don't know, it costs you anywhere from 300 to 600 gold just because you're not farming and keeping your camps on tempo, right? It is very devastating to die as jungle. We lose our blue buff, we lose our crab there. As you can see, that's quite a big deal. But the good news is we're just going into a full clear. When you're behind like this, I think your best bet is farm as Udyr, unless you've got a real free gank. Here we end up picking the Lilia. Let's go ahead and rewind and explain why we went for this here. So I finished with my full clear. We had just seen Lilia mid. So game state is we had seen Krugs. I was thinking about going bot. I was also thinking about invading Lilia. So right here we'll slow it down. We're crossing looking for the gank. We don't see Lilia, but we know she's either here doing dragon or crossing to gank bot. So we go for this gank and get a nice rotation. The Lulu ends up dying, which is sad. I don't see a way we kill anything else here, so we're kind of dancing with them because we've got a Yasuo rotating over through mid. Yasuo gets very close to getting that kill on Galio. Looks like he does pick it up. We find the kill on the Jhin, and of course we're just farming this and making sure to try and get that away from Lilia. At this point, our Grump is respawning. Despite killing them there, don't go for Dragon here, especially against Lilia. Lilia and Galio can pincher you super easy in the river and kill you. In my opinion, the best bet here is just full clear in a straight line down. We can try and look for Rift Grubs, but frankly, I don't know about this Teemo versus Darius. It seems like Teemo's dying. We go and go top. We pop the Darius Ghost. I would not be surprised to see myself die here. Let's pause it. So we're going for the gank. We see the Lilia coming up, and in addition, my Yasuo does not have prio. I need to try and kill Darius immediately. Since we can't do that, my best bet is to try and burn Lilia on spawn. We use the Awaken E on the Darius pull, and then we come back in with the bear stuns to let the Teemo blind and the Yasuo DPS do the heavy lifting. We're still farming. We see the Galio support here. I think we're honestly fine. One nice thing this season, if you don't know, is that the death timers are longer. We're just going to full clear down, by the way. But with the longer death timers, that means if the enemy jungler dies, you can actually go for dragons and rift grubs. So there, we're A-okay to just do it, especially with the Yasuo helping us. We're full clearing down. The enemy team, by the way, has a lot of heavy crowd control, so I need to be using Awaken E more than I need to be using anything else this game. We need to be baiting cooldowns with the Awakening. You'll see a lot of Awaken E's this game. It's really, really important to not get caught with my pants down because they can stagger CC on me super easy. We're resetting, getting our blue buff, and then, of course, looking to just full clear down. It's very boring playing Tiger Udyr. You're just full clearing, and then you win the game. Darius is here, so what we do here is we use the Awaken W. We know he doesn't have Ghost. We trade Flash for Flash and live. Unfortunately, Darius forces me back to base, stops our full clear, which is whatever, but Darius also loses quite a bit of XP to the tower, so it's kind of a trade. I lose XP and gold, but so does he. We go mid here to try and help out. Unfortunately, that was a really dumb decision for a lot of reasons from my standpoint. Number one, Yasuo is not my win condition, and he can't carry against this team comp. There's too much crowd control. Number two, we're outnumbered. This was a very dumb death, and if I could do it again, I would probably play it a little bit differently, because it also means we lose grubs. Like, look at that. We lost our 6-stack grubs. We got the first round of grubs. We could have had 6 grubs this game, especially on a split pusher like Teemo. Super good. Looking for Dragon here. We cross over and we catch mid, but I really want Dragon if we can get it, just because at this point we have a 3-in-1 Vayne, and I'm also very fed. Farming Raptors, looking to do Krugs. Always do Krugs before your red buff. It extends the duration of your red buff. Get the red buff. Skip the red buff because we see the fight breaking out. Going bot, catching this gank, get shut down yet again. This is a very hard team comp for Tiger Udyr to navigate in the mid game. Just so much crowd control. So giving myself some grace. This is a pretty hard team comp once again. So at this point, I'm not really strong, but I'm starting to take off. We've got an experimental hexplate and tunneler. So you know what you do when you get experimental hexplate? You farm into your second item. This is not a 1-item spike build. This is a 2-item spike build. So keep freaking farming. Farm. We are, imagine like a corn farmer with a big old tractor wagon. That's what we've got. For this gank, I think it's best to chase the Jhin, because Jhin is the kill, is the pressure, plus Galio takes forever to kill. Farm, just taking as much camps as we can. Once again, getting our crab as well, looking to catch Lilia's camps here.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There is a ward here, so we're going to go ahead and just go for the Gromp, and then we're going to leave. We're just playing super safe here, and then, of course, resetting and catching our Gromp and Wolves on spawn, and going to look to just play super safe. Very close to Shojin. Once we get Spear of Shojin on this build, you start power farming. You don't really, like, I can't stress this enough on this build. If you're struggling with Tiger Udyr, you don't really want to be PvPing right now. You're not that strong. You really aren't. We ended up going Swifties this game because we saw a Stride Breaker, by the way, on the Darius, plus Lilia Splo, plus, of course, they have a lot of crowd control. You could go Merc Treads, but I don't want to really be fighting 1v1. We're just looking for strict free rotations or free kills. But this game, in my opinion, is a free win as long as we keep getting our Shojin. We now have 2 items, so at this point we can actually, you're going to see a stark shift in my gameplay. You notice how I'm not farming or doing crab. I'm actually trying to kill somebody there. We're looking to PvP more than we're trying to farm right now, because I'm very strong, and I know that at this point most people cannot deal with a Tiger Udyr. Unfortunately, the crowd control is keeping me outside of range of the enemy carries, so we're just healing up, getting our full clear, getting our 300 gold out of our jungle, catching top wave, and then looking to play around the fact we've got a really good bot lane this game, and we want to play through them. The best thing I can do in many ways as a jungle is just not die. I joke about it on stream, but sometimes the best thing you can do as a jungle is just don't be the lose con. What's a lose con? Don't be the guy that's feeding. You know, I've already died 3 times this game. Let's make that the last time I die, you know? And that can sometimes be the best thing you can do for a snowballing bot lane, is just let them carry. Letting yourself be carried in many ways is a skill. So we're looking for Baron here. With Vayne, Udyr, and Yasuo, we have no excuse not to just fry this. We end up getting a smite. We die for the Baron, but I do think it is worth dying for the Baron. Unfortunately, our entire team gets caught. We lost everybody there. Entirely not worth it. Is, you know, Baron is worth 1,500 gold, killing 1,200, killing 4 people at 450 gold a pop, because you get a kill and assist, of course. 450 gold a pop times 4 is just shy of 8. I think it's 1,800 gold exactly. So 1,800 is worth more than a Baron. 4 people dying for a Baron is not worth. Not to mention they could get towers and stuff like that too. So bad. Never like seeing the Baron die. Looks like we got caught in the Lilia pain train there. Lilia can run you down. As you can see, this is a pretty tough game for a Tiger Udyr. If I could go back in time, I probably would have played AP Udyr here. I don't think Tiger Udyr is the correct play style. And at higher elo, I probably wouldn't have won this game. Certainly if our bot lane didn't win. Catching mid, once again, going through our jungle, making sure to catch our camps on spawn. You can see our raptor spawn, and within 5 seconds we're there. As Tiger Udyr, you farm so dang fast. No, you don't one-shot camps like Phoenix Udyr, but you get around the map so fast. And that tempo alone will oftentimes win you games. So we're just causing havoc. We brought 2 people top, and we killed 1. Incredibly good tempo play considering we have dead time. Dead time means your jungle camps are on timer. None of them are alive. So if none of your camps are on timer, it's a really good time to just try and look for kills. So that's exactly what we did. Then we go respawn, and we are looking to fight and get Baron again. This will be Baron number 2. If we get this Baron, this will be game over. And from here, we're just looking to shove in sideways. I don't really need to watch much more of this game. At this point, we're just getting Infernal Soul and closing out. This is a really, really fun game. We have won at this point. We outscale. There are a lot of mistakes too, but frankly, that is just showcases the power of the playstyle. Once again, it get experimental hexplate, farm, and a Spear of Shojin. Let's take a look at a game we lost. I'm going to be honest. This game was very ugly. I would do 10 things over if I could on this game. I'm not proud of this game, but frankly, it's okay. It's okay. So we are blue side or red side, it looks like this game, and we're against the Shaco. Shaco, I think, ends up cheesing us this game, which is never fun for anybody. We also have a first-time Zed, and spoiler, I think the set ends up going 1-11. So we end up losing a lot of skirmishes topside because both of our topside laners just don't really know what they're doing here. And it's not to flame them, but as a jungler, I probably should have checked. So we see the Shaco. I'm dropping a ward. We're trying to go for our standard Raptor Start. Raptor Start is super good gank protection. We see the Shaco on my blue. So we end up going for the Shaco's blue here. We get the blue, we go for the wolves, we go for the gromp, and we're just vertical jungling and taking it pretty quick. We end up chasing a Kassadin and get the Kassadin. We know Shaco is around here somewhere. We end up killing the Shaco, which is great. And at this point, we've killed Shaco and Kassadin, and we have a tremendous, tremendous start. What could go wrong this game? We're 2-0 as Udyr. I made a lot of mistakes this game, frankly. We go back in, we cash in, we have our gold, and we want to full clear down to dragon. I think the first, I can't remember what the first dragon is. Cloud dragon. Really, really good against the enemy team. So we're playing for dragon. I think we only managed to get 2 more kills here. This is where the first mistake is. Okay? I am going to openly admit I should never be chasing Shaco here. I should be full clearing down to dragon. Stick to your game plan. We have 300 gold sitting in our jungle, 400 including the gromp. Even if I kill Shaco, there's a guaranteed 300 gold here. And frankly, I already have a lead over Shaco. I'm already a level advantage. I shouldn't be fighting him here, especially without mid-prio. This is a huge mistake. And I end up dying. This cost me a full minute, and it staggers my 2 camps, and it immediately gives Shaco an angle back in the game. Huge mistake there for me to go for that. I regret a lot about that. We respawn, go bot. It looks like we got an assist on bot lane. Then we end up farming our bot side. And now we're just looking to clear our top side. We're clear our red buff. One thing I do want to mention that was important here, let's slow this down, is as we cycle over to our top side, our Raptors hadn't spawned yet. Instead of doing our Krugs, we have a full 30 seconds before our Raptors. I talk about this on stream. If there's 30 seconds between your 2 camps in a quadrant, you have a lot of inefficient time because let's say I kill Krugs, I'll be waiting 10 seconds for Raptors, and that's 10 wasted seconds. Instead, we're going to use that 10 seconds of staggered time to gank top, and then we'll go set up our camps to be spawning one right after the other so I don't waste time cycling either this cycle or next cycle. That's 20 seconds saved, and over the course of the game it makes a huge difference. If you ever see your camp cycled, look to use that time to go for a gank. There's another huge issue. We don't kill him here, man. We don't kill him here, and I've got 2 camps up. Twice this game I've had at least 200 to 400 gold, and I have not gone for the proper gank. So frankly, I'll blame myself this game. We know Shaco is going for our camps, by the way, so I just go for the dragon on spawn. I think that's the better use of time here. And now at this point, we're looking to gank bot to see if we can get another gank bot. We're going to kill our camps on spawn here in our jungle. And frankly, I'm already really far behind. I should be, right now, I should be a full 2 levels ahead. We do see the Shaco go for the Krugs, so since he does go for the Krugs, that's my green light to go for these camps. So we go for these camps, and then we look to dive bot. So far, that was a really good play. We took 300 gold out of the jungle. We also dove bot. We got a nice 300 gold, got our camps on respawn. I'm really proud of that play. That's a really good play so far, and it puts me right back in the cycle. But frankly, I should, instead of being in a recovery position, now I've recovered, I should be in a dominating position. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be fighting level 10 Ornn here as level 8. I'd be level 9 to level 10 right now if I had pathed correctly. So keep that in mind. You can never really make up for early mistakes as jungle. I always recommend to people, if you are losing a lot, clean up your first 10 minutes of the jungle. Try to go deathless the first 10 minutes every single game, and you would be surprised what it does to your win rate. This game, no matter what, it's going to be very hard for me to recover. Very, 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 very hard for me to recover back any of that tempo that I lost. We end up trying to fight Shaco, don't get it there. But so far, we're doing all right. We cycle our bot side. Now we're going to go cycle our top side. Once again, we are just looking to do all our camps as fast as possible. Trying to farm into Shojin this game. I actually end up going for Sterex second because things start taking a very a turn south very quick. Set super far behind. I end up dying there. A big mistake, and you know, I tell people this often, another big mistake I'm making as a jungler this game, don't gank your losing lanes. Losing lanes are like, think of them as like a black hole, right? They just suck down resources, they suck down gold, and they're going to suck down your tempo. They are really, really bad for you to, you know, if I had been bot right now, nobody dies bot lane, and we guarantee that, you know, our bot lane gets the tower, we're at dragon, we've already got dragon, and we get second dragon, all of a sudden the enemy team has to stop us on third dragon. This is not a contested dragon, you know what I mean? The decision to go top not only shut us down top, but then I'm late to this dragon. Our bot lane can't reset because I'm late to this dragon. Our bot lane, who is winning, dies, gives their bounty away, and I'm late. Like, this game very much is my fault. That's another huge, huge mistake. And frankly, I think all 4 of my deaths were preventable this game. And I don't really want to watch much else of this game because, frankly, it cascades out of control. I'm against a hard team comp here. We can analyze up, down, left, right what happens. I tried building Sterex second in this game as well instead of my tried and true Sterex, and it didn't go well. It didn't go well. I don't want to watch much else of that game. I've already made, as far as I'm concerned, 5 to 6 very, very large mistakes, and I would do a lot different this game. Everything past that point was bad. It shut down my bot lane. It shut down me. And I would do, you know, I would have just kept farming, especially after I reset early game there for that bot lane. All right, let's go into the last game here. We are red side yet again, and jungling is Karthus. Karthus, if you don't know, is one of the easiest matchups in the game for Udyr. As long as you don't mess up and you get your 1 to 2 item spike, you will be a-okay. Early game, especially with Faded Ashes, he has a very fast clear speed. But as long as you don't mess up, you will be fine. You can invade Karthus, by the way, if you ever want to play that. One of my favorite clears. If you don't see him start blue buff, like if he does a Raptor or a red start, is do your Raptor straight over to his blue, into his Gromp, into your Krugs, red, down to your blue, or down to this crab, and then you do your blue side, then you reset, and then you come and eat your top side again. It's one of my favorite clears into the Karthus, but not every game can you do that. Against the enemy team, we want to take away dragons. Grubs are important, especially on a Lowy. I'd love to get a Lowy grubs, but we have a Malawi support and a Lux mid and a Jinx ADC. We're going to be stacked as a team, and I'm going to have to be frontlining and peeling. So we need to get dragons and get our team stacked as much buffs as possible. So with that being said, since I want to play for dragons, and since it also happens to line up with Raptor start, we're just going to Raptor start. Keep it very safe. We see the Karthus start blue, so I know he's coming blue. Whenever you see the enemy jungler pathing to the same side of the map as you, save your smite. Do not use your second smite on the blue if you can help it. Looks like here, I actually, instead of using my smite there, on principle, save your smite. Like, it is always worth saving your smite. It looks like the reason I use it here, I must have been talking about this on stream, is since mid is crashing in, since I know Karthus is pathing bot, and he's most likely going to be coming out to try, I'm going to hit him with the loop-de-loop, smite that, and go for try and beat him to the mid gank to try and get a fast gank on mid. We don't end up getting it there, which sucks, but we end up getting a double crab start. Karthus, here's the fun part about jungle. Even though Karthus gets a double kill on my bot lane, I get a double crab start. This is not 200 gold. This is a 400 gold swing, right? So I just made up for a kill there because his bot lane got assist, and he got a 450 gold. Of course, it's worth more to go for that bot lane and get the double kill, but keep in mind, a double crab start can make up for a lot of that. So we end up crashing that in, and then we catch. We're looking for the Ornn on the back end. We crash it in, kill the Ornn, and then we're looking to get the Rift Grubs on spawn with the Illaoi. I want to take note here. This is extremely dangerous. I have not spent gold, okay? So if you haven't spent gold and you're looking to go for Rift Grubs or objectives or any river fights, make sure you have laners to help you. Since we killed the top laner there, we did have a Rift laner to help us. That's really, really good. We go back for the Ascension gank. We end up killing the Ascension gank because, of course, when the enemy top laner teleports back, we just kill the top laner on spawn. And at this point, we've got so much tempo, we're just going for on-spawn Raptors into on-spawn Krugs into on-spawn Red Buff, and then we are finally going to go back and spend gold. Too much tempo this game. I do not like sitting on that much gold, but thankfully, even as Tiger Udyr there, sitting on that much gold is not a huge deal. We're clearing our Raptors and Krugs on spawn. And since we're playing for Grubs, since we got the first round of Grubs and we have a snowballing Illaoi, we're just going to go and do the Rift Grubs dance here with Nautilus top. And since I have my Lux support, if your support is not here, you leave and you go farm. Since my support is here and we've got even numbers, we just keep running around the map with Hexplate, and they keep giving us kills. Frankly, as Hexplate Udyr, you have so much tempo that you can run around the map and farm. We get the second dragon, which stops the dragon stacking from the enemy team. We're going for full clear. You notice we're just full clear, baby. Here, we find Karthus again. If you don't know, once again, this is one of the easiest matchups in the game. We get an on. Now, I talk about going for post 17-minute Rift Heralds. In general, if you have a late game scaling team comp and you know you're going to need Baron to win, try and get Rift Herald past 17 minutes because you can use it to either A, if the enemy team starts Baron at 20 minutes, use it to engage into them. B, if they don't start Baron, you can use it just to go get a turret and use it as Baron pressure. Or C, you can use it pre 20 minutes to shove down mid and then run straight to the Baron pit as a tempo play. So post 17 minutes. Now, if all of your lanes are winning, if I press tab here, I'm 8-0. I've got a winning top. Bot lane, even though they're not that strong, is stronger than the enemy team just because of all the gold we've helped them get. And then, you know, our mid lane is doing fine. So I'm trying to close the game out. It's actually strategic to go for the very early Rift Herald this game because we're trying to win the game as fast as possible. We're going blue buff first, and now at this point we're setting up linear clears to top lane because I just want to play for playing to top side anytime the enemy Ornn is pushed in. With, at this point, I keep saying at this point, by the way, I need to stop saying that. I'll get that out of my vocabulary. I've noticed that we've, but, you know, it is important to talk about game state at specific points in time, you know. We've got both our items. We're power farming. This game is a wrap from all intents and purposes. If you want me to, you know, go back and watch this game, this was very easy. A lot of kills fell in our lap early. I would say what won this game primarily was the fact that we got a double crab start into a clean Raptor start, and we played for tempo. We picked up a free kill, then we got a second free kill, then we got a Hexplate, and then we got a double kill, and then we got Shojin, and then we were power farming. You know, I do this all the time on Tiger Udyr. It's a tempo play style. You just keep farm, and it's the same two items, peanut butter and jelly, Hexplate, Shojin, and notice how we continue to farm even after we get Baron. We are so far ahead. 170 CS versus 200 is a big deal from a jungle standpoint. Karthus is way far behind me, and I don't think there's any way they keep up. And now we've got 3rd dragon. This game is over because 4th dragon's Infernal Soul. And we don't need to watch a whole lot more there. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. You know, I've got people asking, will I upload full games as I get, you know, eventually climb higher? Yes. You will see on this series some games, you know, spoiler alert, the next game after this was an AP game. So next game is going to be a dedicated, like, full gameplay, and you'll see me slow it down a little bit. And once we get into, you know, Diamond Plus, we'll slow it down and explain pathing when the pathing starts to matter a little bit more, and I have to be a little bit more think on my feet against the enemy jungler, and there's more creative pathing. We will go through that and talk about it. So thank you for watching. Obviously, first game was fun, still some mistakes. Second game, a lot of mistakes. Third game, I said, you know what, we're going to clean it up and win it. And third game, we played very, very well there. So I'll see you in the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you watching, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye.
Dang. Call me so I can make it juicy for ya.